era is back. It is wonderful. And you know that things are getting important because Swagoo has made his way here on a Monday.
He's got to stand up.
Hey, look at the button on my jacket.
You're feeling good.
Button
He's lost a lot of weight.
Look at that man. Can't even see you.
All right, we'll let him.
Don't try it, Coach.
We'll let him talk about
Not
LSU
today.
this morning. We got to get right to it. Let's go. Foxborough yesterday was where this game was being played, although someone in Kansas City wasn't aware of that. They sent the equipment to New Jersey. It didn't get there until 2:30 in the afternoon. They almost forfeited. Then Patrick Mahomes has a hand injury. He'd stay in the game. And you wouldn't know it here on this nice toss to McCall Hardman.
Well, I love first the drift by Mahomes to get away from some of that pressure and give Hardman a chance for his man coverage. Let Hardman finish. Big touchdown for the Chiefs offense.
And the Chiefs would take the early advantage, and Andy Reid loved it on the first play of the ensuing drive. What is Brady doing?
It's a really good job by the corner, kind of overlapping that seam route. He sees the cover three, the underneath route by number one. Great job overlap.
The Patriots had opened with a touchdown, but then had no offense. And then how about this creativity? Travis Kelce.
Well, Kelce has run this against the Patriots before. 2 years ago in 2017, a little wildcat, fake the run. Follow that offensive line, big touchdown.
Pats get booed going off the field at halftime, middle of the third. What do you need to get back in the game? You need special teams. Pat McAfee, what?
Yeah, the Patriots special teams have been on it all year. Their second block punt, right up the gut. Colquitt had to eat one.
Nate Ebner with the block. Pats would use it to score a touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. 23-13. That's the score. Third down here for the Chiefs. This is a huge play in the game. Travis Kelce, they originally rule him down by contact. So two things happen. One, Stephon Gilmore, after they correctly reverse it, does not get the scoop and score. They just mark it down by contact there. So his fumble recovery just gives the Patriots the ball. And because Belichick has to challenge it, he doesn't have a challenge when this happens later in the drive. Take a look. It's Brady. It's N'Keal Harry. This is a touchdown.
Greedy, he shouldn't even need the challenge. This is an obvious touchdown. Both officials are looking right at that left foot. It's clear that he's still in bounds, leaps towards the pylon. This should be a fundamental, easy call for the official crew.
And yet it isn't. They get it wrong, and they wind up not scoring because Harry doesn't get in, and the Patriots wind up with Brady getting sacked, and they settle for a field goal, so it's a 4-point missed call. After a Patriots defensive stop, they get it back at their own 32. 5 minutes to play. Brady, James White. Oh, Jacoby Myers held on to a ball.
Finally, maybe they need to throw from James White more often. But listen, Josh McDaniels, good play call. Knew his offense needed some kind of juice, some kind of energy. Calls the halfback pass. It was needed. Good execution.
Here's your ball game on a fourth down after the Patriots had gotten no call on a blatant pass interference. Tom Brady picked it up.
The only third or fourth down conversion in this football game after the first quarter is that run by Tom Brady. Tells you everything about the Patriots offense. Big emotion by their coach.
But in the end, it leads to this. This is their fourth down last play, and it's broken up.
Listen, this is a good play call versus the defense that the Chiefs have. I think there's someone else, but how about Breland? Going over the top, not making contact with Edelman, getting that left hand in there.
Patriots fall. Chiefs a big win. Let's talk.
Bill, how do you feel overall right now about the state of your offense?
I think we lost a close game to a good football team. If we could play a little bit better, I think we could win.
Well, we just got to go out and try to play better and try to win, next week's game. So disappointing, but not going to feel sorry for ourselves. Try to go back to work and do a better job.
All right, well, I'll tell you who needs to do a better job. There were three teams on that field yesterday, the Patriots, the Chiefs, and it was the other one that did the worst job. And as I turn it to you, Pat McAfee, I want to show you the three plays that were critical in this game that wound up depending more points than the final margin. That fumble, we showed it to you there by Kelce. He's originally ruled down by contact. It's not even particularly close. And again, because Belichick had to challenge it, he had none left, and they don't get the scoop and score. All right, so that was the first one. Then the N'Keal Harry play where that's not particularly close to being out of bounds, but because they do not have a challenge, they can't challenge it, and it winds up costing them 4 points. And then this blatant pass interference that wasn't in the highlight that would have put on the final drive the ball inside the 5-yard line. That was right before the Brady scramble. So Pat McAfee, what?
Well, I think it's so interesting because this is a Patriots team that is demoralized whenever we don't normally see this. I said this last week. I truly believe for a long time that Tom Brady did not have sweat glands. I honestly thought that. His eye black was always perfect. After games, he always said the right things. Bill Belichick Belichick's always been a miserable guy in press conferences, but now it seems as if they know what's coming to them. And they lost to the Texans last week by 6. In this particular game, they looked terrible on offense, just like they did last week. Their defense stepped up, their special teams stepped up, but they couldn't get anything going on offense, and they still should have won that game. If it wasn't for the Alberto Riveron gang with the out of bounds on N'Keal Harry, they had 4 eyes on that thing within 5 yards to get that wrong. Then the punch out and Gilly Lock picks it up. That's probably a touchdown. The pass interference. They were getting screwed by these refs. And if I'm a Patriots fan, yes, I know the offense has been terrible, but now 2 games in a row, we have played our outright worst, and we're still in it. In this game, they should have won, and they're still 10-3 looking down on almost everybody in the league right now.
I'm a football guy. I want to talk football. And now we have to come on our show, your show, and talk about the officiating crew. I think that the NFL needs to do something before the playoffs. They need to. There's no way.
Stink, Dan.
There's no way that you can go into the playoffs the way the officiating right now is set up, because we're going to see another important football game dictate who wins. They got to give coaches more challenges. Something has to change before we get to January.
Why don't we just change the whole rules because New England got messed over? I'm sorry, but give me a break. Cry me a river. Man, New England's never had a break. Oh, please, give me a break. I mean, we're not changing the rules or anything else. Yeah, was there some mistakes? Absolutely, and I loved it for one.
As we might have expected from you. Here's the thing, though. Why is it so hard for the Patriots offense right now?
Because they don't have what it takes. Look, we have, first of all, the indictment on the fact of their record is great, right? This is great coaching. This is a franchise that used to win. Anybody else would probably be 1-11 right now.
Agreed.
When you think about it. Now, going forward, they don't have it. We can talk about the creativity of Josh McDaniels. We talk about Belichick, Tom Brady. When you're throwing double passes as the New England Patriots to try to get a score, to try to move the ball downfield, that's a significant problem in an offense that we've seen for so long. And we've talked about Tom Brady actually throwing the guys that we don't know, and they still winning Super Bowls. This year in particular, it's not. I can't help but go back to Rob Gronkowski, because you look at all of the teams. Think about San Francisco with Kittle. Think about Pat Mahomes in this game with Travis Kelce. You think about how those guys operate when things are falling apart. They have a security blanket. Tom Brady doesn't have one. And the guys that he's trying to trust aren't showing up for him consistently. It's a problem.
The 2 most fascinating things about it is we often say, like, this time of year, the Patriots know exactly who they are, and so do we. And for the past month, we've said we don't know. I would argue that after yesterday, we know exactly who the Patriots are on offense. We just don't recognize them. We've never seen them like this. And we also say this time of year that the Patriots are often getting better. They're getting worse on both sides of the football. That has never, ever, ever happened in New England.
Are they getting worse on defense, or are they just playing better teams? And the teams that have beaten them have been Lamar Jackson's team, Deshaun Watson's team, and now Patrick Mahomes' team.
But to your point, G, look, this is football 101. The more plays you play, the more susceptible you are to not making plays. That's what's happened in the New England defense. They still had 2 turnovers.
Before we
create 2 of them.
Rex, you know the inevitability of the New England Patriots. You coach in that division for a very long time. Will they still be the team you have to knock out in the playoffs? Are they still the team everyone has to beat to get to the Super Bowl?
Nobody's afraid of them. I can promise you that. Last year I said the same thing, and it was the worst Patriot team.
They won the championship.
Yeah,
right?
no, exactly.
They won the Super Bowl.
But they're getting the home one. They get home field advantage. That was huge or whatever. And then if it's not for an offside call, they get beat. I'm telling you, this team's not even close to that team last year. They can't run the football. They can't protect the quarterback. Nobody can get separation. I'm sorry, they're one and done in the playoffs.
Well, they're not going to be the 1 seed. That seems certain because the Ravens are heading in that direction.
Yeah.